Welcome everyone to AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia. I am your host Dick Weatherspoon, suffering from the summer influenza, but I could not miss this one. Two big championship matches coming your way as part of the hottest half hour in professional wrestling today. We kick off with the AWA World Heavyweight Championship of the World. The number one from Oldham, Jonny Rose, in the ring now, awaiting the arrival of his challenger. First time here on AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia, the masked man from the United States of America, the Super Destroyer, often known as Super D. Right here, great crowd on hand. This one coming to you from Bromsgrove Carnival. Guest referee for this particular matchup is Lacey James, who we will see in action a little bit later on in the next half hour. This one for the World Heavyweight title. Next up, Light Heavyweight Championship action. One fall in this one. 20-minute time limit. First time these two have ever met, I believe. At ringside, Ben TV officials Lee Trotman and Aphelia Cox. Never at a loss for words is the number one, Jonny Rose.
10 p.m. on Friday and then again at 12:30.
Set to defend his AWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Are we ready, guys? I'm ready.
Okay.
We're ready for action.
Let's get this underway.
Looking for a little crowd support is Jonny Rose, but he doesn't seem to be getting it from the great crowd here in Bromsgrove. Super D, on the other hand, getting the cheers from the ringsiders. Clapping of the hands now. That's going to irate the heavyweight champion of the world. We're ready for action, but Rose seems to be happy just mouthing off at this point. Here we go. First look up of the contest. Side headlock applied now from the AWA World Heavyweight Champion of the World. Cranking it in on the American superstar Super D. Like I said, first time we've seen him here in the AWA. First time on AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia television. But he comes to us with a great track record. Shoulder tackle. And down goes the Super Destroyer. Rose happy with himself now. Saying he's number one. Let's see whether this continues. Taking the arm now is Super D. Jonny Rose in trouble for the first time in the matchup. Referee Lacey James asking him if he wants to give up, threatening him to punch him, which is illegal. Takes the man down, goes for the pin. Nice distribution of the body weight there by the Super Destroyer. Just gets the two, but takes the arm once again.
No, because it's dirty.
Misses the leg drop. A little too early in the contest maybe to take a big advantage like that one. Now threatening for a low blow, which again is illegal. He threatened the punch a little bit early on, and the referee said no. Lacey James now saying no. Other than the headlock, everything Rose is offered is being illegal here. Giving the referee Lacey James the foot now.
No, you can't do that.
Now Rose seems to be taking over as the referee.
You're gonna have to let him go. What do you say? No. What do you say, Ed?
Does that mean Lacey James is defending his World Heavyweight title?
Sorry.
No, it's back to Rose once again now. Super D. Not a lot he can do from this position. Referee distracted. Rose points to a ringsider. And the big knee of the 305-pounder from Oldham ends up a little bit south of the border on the American Mass Man. Pulling Super D back to his feet now. Shots to the midsection from Super D. Big headbutt. Both men reeling now on a block. And a big right hand chop to the throat of the Super D. You can say what you want about the mouth of Jonny Rose and the fact that he always likes to mouth off to the ringsiders, to the referee, to the announce team, to anybody that will listen to him. But with that said, he's getting the job done in the ring right now against a very worthy opponent. Booked through the AWA Talent Relations Department. Super Destroyer stomps on the back now. Oh, this time that's payback for the low blow. As a knee to the midsection. Stinger-like splash. Goes for the second one. And he does. Snapmare now. Pin attempt. Oh, I believe a finger to the eye there to get out of that one. Referee Lacey James checking on the eye of, that looks like Rose is filling that knee pad. We've seen this before from Jonny Rose, loading that knee pad with a metal sheet of some kind. If he hits this knee lift, it's all over for the Super D. Here we go. Whoa, no, misses it. And big kicks from Super Destroyer now. One to the belly, the rather ample belly. Down goes Jonny Rose. Whoa, but there's a knee. Missed the splash, and with the knee, in goes Super D. And over for the pin. An illegal one nonetheless, but a victory for the number one, Jonny Rose. Stay with us for light heavyweight title action. Jonny Rose, your winner in AWA World Title Action. Welcome back to AWA World Fighting Showcase Britannia, a special championship half hour right here. This one now for the AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship. This is the four-person final. Four people head into battle with the first 2-3 pinfalls getting the victory in this one. This is going to be hard to call because there will be action all over the building, no doubt. That's the Soulkiller making his way to the ring, already in the ringside area. The muscles from Mansfield, Dickie Bowen, and 100% Indy, Lacey James. Three of the four participants in this big four-person scramble contest. Like I said, first 2-3 pinfalls wins this one. It has a 10-minute time limit, but if it reaches the 10 minutes, whoever has the even scores will go into sudden death. And now here comes the fourth participant. There you see Thomas J. Curtis, the manager of both the Soulkiller and Dickie Bowen. He has two chances in this one, does Thomas J, to get the AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship. Here comes wrestler number 4 in this one. It's the Foxcatcher, David Taro. Very, very popular man here in the AWA. Saying hello to the ringsiders here in Waverley. 4 people heading in a battle here. The Foxcatcher, Dickie Bowen, the Soulkiller, and Lacey James. Thomas J. Curtis at ringside representing Dickie Bowen and the Soulkiller. Referee, there he is, Mr. X.
He's not winning this. The network's winning.
There's another look at Thomas J. Curtis. Foxcatcher certainly the favorite for this one. multi-time champion.
Must be brothers from different mothers.
Also 2-time Wrestler of the Year. This is probably most suited to Lacey James in style. Dickie Bowen is the least experienced of the 4 wrestlers. And the Soulkiller, I would say, is the biggest of the 4 competitors. Taking a good look at the 4 athletes involved in this one. AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. Each one of these wrestlers has had to face an eliminator, a challenge to get them to this one, a semi-final, if you will. This tournament been ongoing since the early part of April, when the Soulkiller beat the American Eagle to advance. Look at the great fans, great AWA fans, very loyal. Always coming out in their masses for AWA action, no matter where we appear in the Wire Forest area. Dickie Bowen shouting off now. Thomas J. Curtis looking hot here, fanning himself, and it's a big brawl to start things off. There's the sidewalk slam from Lacey James. Round comes the referee to check the shoulders, taking his time getting there, but he got there nonetheless. And that's a pin already for Lacey James. Rode up very quickly, a handful of shorts there for Dickie Bowen, and that's a pin for Dickie Bowen as well. Dickie Bowen and Lacey James already on 1 fall each. And now they are outside of the ring, brawling at ringside. Like I said, this one will be hard to call. Brawl all over the building. They will indeed. No countouts in this one, but the pinfall must happen in the ring. Leg drop on the floor to Dickie Bowen. You can see the action inside of the ring, just behind the brawl of which Lacey James and Dickie Bowen are having. The muscles from Mansfield in trouble now. There's a pinfall in the ring on the Soulkiller by the Foxcatcher. So it's now number 1. 1 fall for the Foxcatcher, 1 fall for Lacey James, 1 fall for Dickie Bowen. And the Soulkiller is trailing. Still yet to score the Soulkiller. Thomas J. Curtis almost having a panic attack here as he's getting both his men taking abuse by their chosen opponents. A float over from the corner attack from the Foxcatcher. And that looks like an equalizer for the Soulkiller. We couldn't get to see it in its entirety, but it's now 1 fall each. And that's 2 falls for the Soulkiller now. He was the last to score the pinfall, but he's the first to get to 2. So currently in the lead now is the Soulkiller. Action all over the ring now. Soulkiller on the outside taking a breather with his manager Thomas J. Curtis. Foxcatcher and Lacey James inside the ring. Big corner posting. And a boot from James to the Foxcatcher. A clothesline. Pin attempt. Could this be the second pinfall for Lacey James? But it's not. Dickie Bowen, who has had a heated rivalry of recent with Lacey James. Big right hands to Lacey James. And now the team network team members, Dickie Bowen and the Soulkiller, seem to be arguing between themselves. Thomas J. Curtis not happy with this. Those are two of his men. Pinfall now. Tried to be broken up from the Soulkiller, but Lacey James gets the pin all the same. 2 now to Lacey James, 2 to the Soulkiller, 1 to the Foxcatcher, and 1 to Dickie Bowen. First to 3 wins this one. So the Soulkiller and Lacey James are just 1 pinfall away from taking the AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship. Sent to the corner is the Foxcatcher from Dickie Bowen, and a boot to the midsection. It's James and the Soulkiller grappling on the outside now. Tries the pin attempt, but it was just the 2. Low blow and a nasty one by Dickie Bowen. Drops the Foxcatcher. Just the 2 again. There we see the official scores now. Soulkiller 2, Lacey James 2, Dickie Bowen 1, Foxcatcher 1. There is still about 5 minutes of the contest to go. Whoa, a big shot to Thomas J. Curtis from Lacey. Sunset flip from the Foxcatcher, rolls Dickie Bowen up nicely. And that's 2 now to the Foxcatcher. Dickie Bowen trailing now by 1 as the Foxcatcher, Lacey James, and Soulkiller all have 2. They are just 1 pinfall away from taking this title home. DDT from Lacey James to the Foxcatcher. Broken up there by the Soulkiller. We have a double pin now by both of the network members. But both the Foxcatcher and Lacey James kick out. There we see it again. Soulkiller 2, James 2, Foxcatcher 2, Dickie Bowen with just the 1 pinfall at the moment. About 3.5 minutes to go in this one. If it does go the full distance at these scores, then everybody with the exception of Dickie Bowen will go into sudden death. Arguing once again between themselves, the network members. Big double thrust from the Soulkiller. We saw comments last week from Thomas J. Curtis saying which corner will he be in, whose corner. He's chosen both of them in this instance. Snapmare on Bowen. These are 2 network teammates going at it for the richest prize in light heavyweight wrestling. Working on the leg now of Lacey James is the Foxcatcher, David Taro. This one has been action-filled from the first bell. Roll up now by Dickie Bowen. Just manages to kick out, but a little extra push on this one. Dickie Bowen pushing in tight, pushing in deep, pushing those shoulders down. And now it's Dickie Bowen with 2, which means all 4 of these wrestlers, Soulkiller, Dickie Bowen, Lacey James, and the Foxcatcher, all have 2. Whoever scores the next pinfall wins the AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship. It's anybody's game at this point. Foxcatcher ducking that one. Here we go. Round we go. Takes Lacey James down with her own move. From the middle turnbuckle. We got a DDT going out. Sorry, a bulldog going on here. Yep. Middle rope bulldog. Nicely done. This could be it. This could be it. Pulled off by the Soulkiller. Here's the Foxcatcher. And a big right hand from the man from the Darkside. into the corner post. Goes the Foxcatcher David Toro right over there. Harlow Timber. If you're in the Kidderminster area and you need wood, go to Harlow Timber. Foxcatcher in trouble on this side of the ring. Lacey James in trouble on the other side of the ring. Network members going one-on-one. Thomas J. Curtis has got a 50% chance of becoming the manager of the AWA Top Rope Wrestling Champion. Dickie Bowen, of course, already the TV champion. He also manages the World Heavyweight Champion, Jonny Rose, and the Psychotic Outpatient. Throwing those elbows in now, James. Big forearm shot. Squashes him in the corner. One more time, Lacey James. Not holding anything back here. Snap mare. Whoa, misses that kick. That would have taken the head right off the Soulkiller.
And now she's on to Dickie Bowen.
Double arm DDT. And you can just see there, Thomas J. Curtis was hanging the Foxcatcher middle rope. Pulling the Foxcatcher to his feet now. Off the ropes. And a big drop kick. Sends Dickie Bowen through the rope to the outside of the ring. Soulkiller now back in. The score is 2 each. Whoever gets the next pinfall wins the AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship. Thomas J. Curtis distracting referee. Mr. X. Soulkiller putting his mask on. That's a solid mask if he comes in with a head on this one. Here we go. Soulkiller giving head to the Foxcatcher with the assist of the mask. And we have a new AWA Top Rope Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion in the form of the Soulkiller. Thanks for joining us on this championship edition. We'll be back next week.